My last pedicure, it didn't last too long. I mean, look at this. Why is my nail polish holding on for dear life? I was like, what's going on here? And then it hit me. Girl, did you use base coat? I'm going to review the footage, but I'm pretty sure I did not. And if I did, I need a new one. Currently, I'm actually testing out a theory because I do my mom's pedicures very infrequently. And her toenails notoriously grow out before they ever chip. And I'm talking over a month. So I'm going to use what she used and I'll report back later. But that ain't it. I'm also going to be trying some new nail tools. I have a little jam. It's a little jam under there. So the first tool that I'll be using is to get rid of that. And compared to what I was previously using, like everything about it is perfect. The other side of that, even more detailed. Pointed but not sharp, so you can really get under the free edge without fear of stabbing the hyponychium. Just reason that I even bought this tool is because I was first introduced to this brand by a creator on TikTok. And what led me to want to try it is not only how well it appeared to work, but the design. And I immediately thought, if you have issue identifying the cuticle to begin with, that would probably not only be a really useful tool, but also safe. I'm also simultaneously testing out the other end of it to kind of push back the proximal nail fold, because I felt like that was a distinction that I needed to make for trying to remove the cuticle, but we'll talk more about that later. You're noticing that some of my nails look a little brittle. They are, and I noticed that too. Normally, polishing your nails is a great way to keep them protected from incidents like the extreme breakage that I've clearly had. Banged my foot against something, which is why that big toe broke like that. However, in addition to not letting them get dehydrated like this, I'm taking a multivitamin again. Before, I was supplementing like each individual ingredient, and that's just too many pills at the end of the day. Like, I'm neurospicy. It's hard enough to keep track of everything else as it is. I figured, let me just go back to my old ritual. No pun intended, but also pun intended, because that's what I took. I would take ritual after dinner, since you can take it like any time of day. Since it's formulated to fill in nutrient gaps in our diet, that just kind of made sense to me because I can benefit while I sleep. Or at least that's how I think it works. I mean, I'm not a scientist, but you know who is? The team at Ritual, who not only formulated this multivitamin, but developed the capsule technology that combines oily and dry ingredients so that you can take both your omega-3 at the same time as your vitamin D. And it's perfect because it's literally what I was taking before, but separately. And because it's designed to be really gentle on your stomach, taking it after dinner is no problem for me. It has a little bit of essence of mint. So if you've ever heard of drinking like peppermint tea to help with digestion, similar concept. Not only clinically tested and formulated to support nutrient needs of women between 18 and 49, but they've also run clinical studies and has shown increases in those levels of vitamin D, folate, etc. So thank you to Ritual for sponsoring this portion of the video. And if you want to try it for the first time, you can get 25% off of your order. Just go to ritual.com/abetweene25 or use my code abetweene25. Even though I have removed most of the cuticle, if not all, I'm using the cuticle softener and the pusher to go back in, check my work, then use my cuticle nippers. With the skin hydrated, I can expose what's been left behind and still needs to be removed. Now, things that I have deduced so far is that you should be going up and down rather than side to side like I am right now. Because after all, the cuticle is growing vertically, but I think it's muscle memory. And I saved the best for last because this is both the most satisfying and successful pass that I've used with this tool yet. Therefore, my conclusion, does this product work? Yes, obviously. My initial issue that I was having with the cuticle not coming off as quickly or as seamlessly is because I have quite a bit of dead skin that needs to be exfoliated that is attached to the proximal nail fold that isn't cuticle. That's one distinct difference that I noticed between myself and the model that was used in the video. And the fact that based off of the client's nails, it appears that some prep was already done, because I believe they had a gel removal service prior. So who I would recommend this for would really depend on the state of your nails. There are definitely quite a bit of people whose cuticle is the only thing that's visible, and sometimes it gets a little dry. This is perfect for you. It's gonna be one and done. However, for my process, it's an additional step that I'm not sure that I need. It might even be better when I don't have as much going on as I do right now. And just for comparison, this is kind of my usual routine, specifically for when my feet have gotten to this point, because an e-file is the quickest. And on top of that, in this clip, I'm actually using this with my left hand, which is not my dominant hand. Oh, and I almost forgot, the last thing that I bought was this file bit. It comes with individual discs that are stickers that you attach to it. And here I believe I'm using a 180 grit. I wanted to try this specifically for the soles of my feet because y'all know the collar situation. I just know my soles is sick of me. This is just a giant sanding bit that I bought a long time ago and doesn't really work that well. So if this is new to you, that's why you haven't seen it. And I'm not even gonna make you wait for this. I do like this bit. I like it a lot actually. If you have a lot of buildup, like I do, like thick calluses, this isn't for your whole foot. This I would almost use as a finisher after you've used a coarse grit foot file, because those are gonna take down bulk quickly and this is not. And that could be in part due to the fact that this is not that high of a grit, but I'm not sure how low they go. The lower the number, the rougher it is. But if you have a thin layer, especially in areas of like peeling, this would totally work for that. So that's what I'm demonstrating here. And to get rid of any like rough edges, basically I'm working from the center outwards. When I rehydrate the skin, it looks that much more seamless. And by the way too, if you are comfortable using a callus shaver, don't forget to change that blade frequently, because this is a sign your blade is not sharp. And I totally understand being scared of these. If you are not comfortable using them, please don't. But I just want to say, if there isn't much callus present for the blade to remove, it actually won't, assuming that you're not applying too much pressure.